Hello, welcome back to the woods, and welcome back to another one of my tried and tested gear reviews. Now, over the years, I have owned quite a few different pairs of boots. I've had Lundags, I've had Lowers, I've had Danners, I've had Carrymores, I've had Mindalls. The list, it seems, goes on and on. And that's because I spend a lot of time on my feet. I'm outdoors all the time, and a good set of boots is important to me, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. A set of boots that I bought recently. Now, it all started when my beloved Altberg Defenders finally went belly up. The bottoms of the soles had virtually no tread, and the leather had started to crack on them, which happens with age. What I needed was a set of replacement boots that weren't going to cost me too much money. So I thought, well, easy, I'll just get another set of Altberg Defenders. But I thought this time I'll get a new pair rather than a used pair. So I went online. The cheapest I could find, a box pair of Altbergs in my size, was about 100 quid, which seemed like quite a lot of money. At the same time as I was looking around, I found a set of Hanwags, also brand new, non-Gore-Tex lined, leather lined, beautiful pair of boots, and they were only £93, reduced from 223. When they arrived, cracking pair of boots, brilliant. And I started using them for every day, and they've been absolutely fine. However, after a while I started to think, actually, these boots are just too nice, they're too good for the sort of things I do every day, which is work, walk to work, walk home from work, going to the shops, out playing with the kids. Some mornings I even exercise in my boots, because that's the set of boots outside the back door, and I exercise in the garden. So what I needed was something that was perhaps not such good quality. They did, however, have to meet a certain criteria. A, they didn't need to cost too much, because they're an everyday boot. They're going to need to be replaced fairly soon. Ideally, I wanted an all leather boot. I didn't want leather fabric. I didn't want something that was lined with a membrane of Gore-Tex. Just a straightforward boot, ideally 100% leather. Something that wasn't too heavy, something that was flexible, something that was still supportive, and above all, something that was comfortable. I'm going to be wearing these boots for 9, 10, 11 hours a day, most days. So it needs to be a good boot. So I looked around, I asked friends to see if they had any suggestions. I also looked online, and I found a couple of boots which none of them quite met the criteria, until I was talking to a mate who's in the armed forces, and he said, we get issued a boot. And I was like, Altberg Defender? And he went, no. He said, there's the little base boot. I was like, the what? He said, the base boot. And the base boot is this. This is officially, it's the Ituri patrol boot, and it's issued to British troops. They refer to it as a base boot because that tends to be when they wear it on base. It's a very light, soft boot. The leather, which I was a little bit apprehensive, because when you buy a second-hand boot, obviously someone else has worn it before, and it tends to get those creases and those folds. Well, when I spoke to my mate and subsequent other mates, they said it doesn't matter with these, because these boots, the leather is so soft that they just mold to your feet. They are literally like slippers, but they're also quite supportive. The torsional rigidity is good, so they don't twist. The support around the ankles is very good. They are flexible. The overall construction of the boot, it's pretty bog standard really. It's a sort of one-piece construction, runs all the way around there. We've got a flex panel at the back, we've got the heel cup, we've got lots of padding, and it's got this little vented system, so it helps transport warm air from inside. Usual speed type lacing system with the locking cleat on the side there. It's flexible, it's soft. The sole offers a reasonable amount of grip. The cleats are quite close together, but it doesn't seem to clog too badly. You've got this midsole in there, which does seem to take the shock out of it, and it comes with a standard type insole that's got the holes in to allow your feet to breathe a bit. With regular cleaning and a good bit of sort of care with the leather, so all I do is occasionally add a layer of dubbing to them. The rest of the time they just get done with a bit of neutral kiwi polish, and that's pretty much daily. Great, really cracking little boot. They've kept my feet pretty dry indeed. On the moors weekend a few weeks back, I wore these. I put in a set of sealskin socks just in case, because the forecast was wet, and indeed it was very wet, but I didn't need the sealskins. They kept the water out. You can wear them all day. They are very comfy. I haven't had a blister, I haven't had hot spots. They are great. They're a very comfortable boot. Now, the best bit about these, yep, they were second hand. I did look for a new pair. The only new pair I could find was a ridiculously small size, and I think they were new and boxed and 100 quid. Used, however, on eBay from a supplier, I can't remember their name, but they were based in Bromley in the UK, and these for a grade 1 boot were £30. £30, that's all. This is the cheapest boot I have ever bought, and it is probably the most comfortable boot going. And I would heartily recommend these to anyone. If you're a bushcrafter, well, realistically, what do you do out in the woods? If you're going into the mountains, yeah, you want a bigger boot. If it's the depths of winter and you're going to be out in snow, then yeah, you might want something with a bit more support and perhaps a waterproof lining. But for everything else, these are great. If you're a scout leader, a cadet leader, if you're just someone who goes and walks your dog, if you're a prepper, a survivalist, just anyone who wants a good, reliable set of footwear that's not going to cost an arm and a leg, so when they do wear out, you can replace them, this is just the job. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, then remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, remembering to hit that notifications bell down in the corner. Now, also, while you're down there, there is a little Linktree box, and that will take you over to my Instagram, my Facebook, all those things. Go and give me a follow over there. You could also, while you're down there, go over and have a look at my Patreon page. Become a patron. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money per month. There are benefits to it, particularly when I restock the Greencraft shop over on Etsy. My patrons get first dib. So if you want to be in there first, that's the way to get to the head of the queue. Become a patron, become part of the Greencraft family. You could also, while you're looking in that space down below, there is a merch shelf down there. You will find t-shirts, mugs, stickers, all sorts of exclusive Greencraft designs, and it's all ones that I designed properly with a pen and paper, like they're actually drawn by me. So pop over there, have a look at those, treat yourself to one, show your support for the channel by wearing one of the Greencraft t-shirts. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe.